Hey, it's Jeff, your handsome, humble host for the Good, Clean, Funny Trivia Show, goodcleantrivia.com. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you back here again. I'm wearing a hat today. If you're watching, you'll notice Paul Skeens, great baseball pitcher. It's going to end up on a really good team that's owned by an owner that is a baseball fan, because I don't think the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates is a baseball fan. I think he just likes making money and does not care about baseball. So I support Paul Skeens. And I also got a bad haircut. I went to one of those cheapo places, and they didn't do a good job. I have to go get it fixed. So cheaping out doesn't pay off this time because I got to pay double to get it fixed. So here we go. We're going to add a new wrinkle to the trivia this week. I've figured out a way to get you involved other than just saying them out loud into the space. One of the answers is going to be wrong, because I was kind of wrong last week, and you'll find out later what I was wrong about. Thank you to someone on YouTube who pointed it out to me. Some of these things you take as fact, and I don't really research them. And when I was doing trivia in country clubs, I didn't really care if they were right or wrong. We kind of just went with what was on the answer sheet anyway, and that was a good rule. Most times they were right. So thank you for pointing that out. And now it's going to be new. So there's 3 rounds of questions, 5 questions each round. And throughout the game, one of them is going to be a wrong answer. And you can put in the comments which one is wrong. So here we go. Round 1, question 1, away we go. The category is the 1960s. Just 5 questions about stuff from the 1960s. Here we go. Uncle Martin O'Hara is a character in which TV series? Uncle Martin O'Hara, character from one of your favorite TV shows in the 1960s. Which one was that? Round 1, question 1, we're rolling. I tried to get it under 10 minutes. That ain't going to happen. 15 and 15. That's how we're doing it. Question number 2. In the 1960s, which band was formed by John and Michelle Phillips and Denny Doherty? What was their band's name? John and Michelle Phillips and Denny Doherty. What was their band's name? Question number 3. What is the name of the main character played by Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's? Beautiful, wonderful actress. Question number 4, who had a number 1 hit with Everybody's Somebody's Fool in 1960, right at the beginning of it? Everybody's Somebody's Fool. Who sang that song? Good. Last one, on May 15th, 1972, he was attacked. He was shot 5 times during a campaign. Wheelchair the rest of his life. May 15th, 1970. That's not the 60s. I'm going to have to start writing these myself. Okay, here are your answers. Uncle Martin O'Hara is a character from Get Smart, the TV show Get Smart. Question number 2. John and Michelle Phillips and Denny Doherty, they were the mamas and the papas. Holly Golightly was the Audrey Hepburn character in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Connie Francis sang Everybody's Somebody's Fool. Question number 5 in the category of the 1960s. In 1972, George Wallace was shot. Ended up in a wheelchair the rest of his life. These are things that never happened. Fallacies. The kid from which commercial did not die from ingesting Pop Rocks with Coca-Cola? What was the commercial? This didn't happen. These are fallacies. I guess they would be viral events before viral happened. Before viral was a thing. The kid from which commercial did not die from ingesting Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola? Round 2, question 1. Question 2. Pink Floyd intentionally wrote their Dark Side of the Moon album to sync up with which film? Never happened. Question number 3. This famous singer did not choke on a ham sandwich, which led to her death. She didn't choke on a ham sandwich. Fallacy. Question number 4. The band Van Halen hated this candy so much, they put a rider in their contract that they couldn't have it anywhere near their backstage. Question number 5. Bill Mumy was a full-fledged member of which popular 70s soft rock band? Bill Mumy. All right. Here are your answers for round 2. Mikey from Life Cereal. He didn't die from Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. Apparently he's an attorney now. Pink Floyd, The Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon just happens to line up with that. They didn't do that on purpose. And I don't know who figured that out, but it was amazing. Cass Elliot from the Mamas and the Papas did not die from choking on a ham sandwich. There happened to be a sandwich in the room where she passed away, but the ham sandwich had nothing to do with it. 4, Van Halen, they have no problem with brown M&Ms. They have a problem with attention to detail. They put that specific detail in there to make sure that all the other things happened. If that happened, if the brown M&Ms weren't in the M&Ms, then they knew everything was handled properly. Question number 5, I learned last week, Bill Mumy was never a full-fledged member of America. He was a collaborator on some of the songs, but he was never a full-fledged member. Thank you again for pointing that out. All right. Round 3, away we go. General knowledge trivia questions. Round out the final 5. Here we go. If 2 ships are headed for a head-on collision, what do the rules of the road require both ships to do? 2 ships are coming head-on. What do they got to do? Almost done here. Question number 2. The richest man in 2008 and 2016, currently 5th richest man in the world, known as the Wizard of Omaha. Who am I talking about? I follow his advice. I believe in him. Richest man in 2008 and 2016, currently number 5 on the richest people in the world list. Who we talking about? Question number 3. The existence of this element left behind after uranium's long, slow breakup gave scientists the receipts to estimate the Earth's age at 4.5 billion years old. That's older than like Willie Nelson and Keith Richards combined. What element am I talking about? Question number 4. Which disease gradually paralyzed Stephen Hawking, leaving him to communicate with just one cheek muscle at the end? Finally, originally composed as a lullaby, this song called Think has earned royalties of over $70 million thanks to the popularity of which TV show? Which TV show? All right, here are your answers. Two ships are on a collision course. The rules of the road say they both turn right. So, NASCAR fans, I know, we don't never turn right. The richest man in the world, the Wizard of Omaha, Warren Buffett. Great investment advisor. The existence of lead proves that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. That's mathematics, pal. Math and science. I don't argue with it. I just listen to it. I believe in it because they can show me it's true. Stephen Hawking had ALS. That's Lou Gehrig's disease, if you can't pronounce ALS. Finally, the Jeopardy theme song. Is it Merv Griffin? I don't know. I thought Bill Mooney was correct last week, and now I'm thinking anything I know, is it really actually true? Did Merv Griffin write the Jeopardy song? I think so. Hey, listen, I'm available for team building events, corporate events, private parties, golf course communities, you name it. Reach out to me. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and goodcleantrivia.com. See you next time.